This man is the Austro-Hungarian Prince Ferdinand. He gets assassinated on the 28th of June 1914, and this incident triggered a war which lasted 4 years, in which 20 million people lost their lives. This was a war in which several ancient empires came to an end, and today we know this war as a World War I. If I light up one little matchstick and blow up 1 ton of dynamite, is it the fault of the matchstick or the 1 ton of dynamite that was kept there? Let me explain to you guys how the World War I happened. What was the main reason that started the war? And who was responsible for 20 million people dying? In the year 1914, Europe looked like this. There was the Austro-Hungarian Empire, which is extinct today. There was the German Empire, which is much bigger than what it is today. There was a Russian Empire in Russia. There was also the Ottoman Empire. There was also the United Kingdom and France. And also the Balkan countries, which you can see on screen right now. In 1878, there was a war between the Russian Empire and the Ottoman Empire. And at the conclusion of this war, the Treaty of Berlin was signed in 1878. And according to this treaty, the Austro-Hungarian Empire was given to the right to administer the region of Bosnia-Herzegovina. And as you can see on screen right now, but the area would officially be a part of the Ottoman Empire. As this area would now officially be a part of the Ottoman Empire, but in October 1908, Bosnia invaded the Austro-Hungarian Empire. This political journal from then is very interesting, which is on screen right now. The Ottoman Sultan, with his hands folded, is feeling very helpless. There were internal problems during this time. Bulgaria successfully separated from the Ottoman Empire. On the left, you can see the Austrian Emperor Franz Joseph is trying to steal Bosnia. Look at this map. This is the Black Sea. And the Sea of Marmara is in the south. And the Strait of Bosphorus joins the two. It was in 1909 the Austro-Hungarian Empire turns towards Germany and asks them if they capture Serbia. Germany agrees to help them as they were all friends. And on the other side, Russia asks France. The Hungarian Empire had first invaded Bosnia, and when Serbia objected to it, then the Austro-Hungarian Empire and Germany had joined forces to attack Serbia. Russia proposed that France should join its forces with Russia to fight against them. But France's refusal silenced Russia, so both wanted freedom. Then a new revolutionary movement had begun. This group was named Young Bosnia. It was a revolutionary group of students. But on the 28th of June 1914, the Prince of Austria-Hungary Ferdinand, with his wife Sophie, went to visit the territory of Bosnia. But 6 revolutionaries planned to assassinate them. And around 10 a.m. in the morning, a revolutionary named Kabrinovic threw a bomb at the prince's car. But the bomb bounced on the car and blew up nearby on a street, injuring 20 people in the process. Then Prince Ferdinand escapes the attack and goes straight to the hospital to see the injured people. Prince Ferdinand was furious that he was greeted with bombs. And on the way to the hospital to see the injured people, something terrible would happen to the prince. His car takes a wrong turn, but the prince quickly realizes that he was 5 feet away from a revolutionary. The revolutionary was a 19-year-old student called Gavrilo Princip, and that's when Gavrilo assassinates the prince. And during his trial, Gavrilo says he was a Yugoslav nationalist, whose aim was to unite the Yugoslavs. The emperor of the Austro-Hungarian Empire is enraged at this assassination, and in his anger he declares war on Serbia. Russia saw this as an attempt to annex Serbia, but when Germany saw that Russia was taking arms against the Austro-Hungarian Empire, then Germany went to save the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And then France didn't stay behind this time. They reached there to support Russia and Serbia. This creates an interesting chain of reactions, a chain of friendship. Italy was in alliance with Austria-Hungary and Germany, but it was Austria, Germany, that was invading Serbia. They was the one that started the attack, so Italy claimed that they weren't gonna help, but because of the Ottoman Empire had enmity with Russia, the Ottoman Empire reached in support of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. But the United Kingdom gets involved in this also because Russia, France, and Britain had an alliance. Otto von Bismarck has reunited Germany in 1871. The emperors at that time took advantage of nationalism amongst people. And that's why Henry Ford said, "Do you want to know the cause of war? It is capitalism, greed, the dirty hunger for dollars. Take out capitalism." The six great powers at that time was Britain, France, Germany, Austria-Hungary, Russia, and Italy. Their combined military spendings was around 94 million in 1870. And by the 1914, it has increased to 4 times this. All these countries were spending a lot on their military power. These 3 rulers on screen right now were first cousins of each other. It's like some real Game of Thrones stuff going in real life. It is said that Queen Victoria had tried to stop them, to get them to stop the war. But after her death, this could not be possible. But there were still many political alliances amongst these countries. The Triple Alliance was formed in 1882. Along Germany, Austria, and Italy had promised to support each other. The second major alliance was formed in 1907. But despite this, the rulers of these countries were very greedy people. These rulers portrayed war and death as glorious, as English poet Rupert Brooke portrayed here in his poem. The rulers at that time used propaganda to recruit people to become soldiers to fight in the war. Something unexpected happened on Christmas Eve during the war. 2 enemies celebrated Christmas on the battlefield. They were even singing together. And eventually a German soldier said, "Tomorrow you don't shoot us, and tomorrow we will not shoot you." They exchanged food and sang together, and celebrated Christmas together, on the battlefield, which is crazy. They had no reason to fight. It is because of the greedy kings that they were fighting. But then a short time later, the commanders ordered them to stop celebrating and continue the war. And those soldiers who refused to continue fighting the enemy were killed by their own troops. Thanks for watching the video.